for championship weekend. The road to the Super Bowl from 4 down to 2 teams. Let's welcome in our buddy Will Selva, manning the news desk out in L.A. this morning. Hi, Will.
How's it going there, Kay? I'm glad to be on with you, Kai Adams, as well as Kyle Brandt and Petter Schrager. I love being on with all of you. I really do. Jaguars, I never understood that. Jaguars, though, has been around since the inception of the actual franchise. People have been saying Jaguars. I don't know why, how, but they do.
Yeah, I'm from Seattle, okay? There's not a huge population of Jaguars running around in the metropolitan city of Seattle. Sorry. Nate, we all used to say Jaguar, and then we turned 9, and we realized it's Jaguar, and that's what happens. I'm going to say Jaguar.
Let's just stick with Jags.
There's going to be a lot of tipsy people. There's going to be a lot of tipsy people on Sunday.
It does, actually. When they win the Super Bowl, you guys will be apologizing. Okay. Nate, I like it.
I love it. We had to give you a bad time. Couldn't resist. All right. Well, the Brian Hoyer sighting should only be confined to the sideline, but there seems to be a growing concern that he might be the one trotting out on Sunday for the AFC Championship. Now, right now, no one actually expects this, according to NFL Network's Ian Rappaport and Mike Garafolo, although Tom Brady did not practice Thursday after jamming his right throwing hand on Wednesday, which is a big deal. Brady, though, is expected to address reporters later today. Now, his teammates did the talking for him yesterday, and they didn't seem too fazed by it.
I mean, I'm not out here judging, how he looks. I got a pretty tall task ahead of me, trying to block this Jacksonville front. So, like I said, that's really what I'm worried about. Ask him how he felt. My job is to get him the ball, and I'm going to do that no matter what the circumstances are. I can't tell the difference. I think it's the same for him. I wear gloves sometimes I don't. So I think that's really just, on each other.
As the Jaguars, talking to you, Nate, at right ankle made running back Leonard Fournette limited at practice. Fournette says he's just taking care of his body, but overall feels good. He re-injured his ankle in the first half of the win over the Steelers. He still managed to rush for 109 yards and 3 touches. Fournette and company busy game planning for the Pats. They're not the only ones cooking up strategies to stop them. First graders at a local Jacksonville elementary school put together this report filled with pictures and messages, which starts by saying, quote, "Dear Jags, want to beat the Patriots? Here's how." Well, it certainly piqued head coach Doug Marrone's curiosity.
I'm really just trying to focus on, getting our team ready and go because, I've got to get through this. This is, from the Bulls' first grade, and this has the answers that maybe I'm looking for, maybe how we can stop, the Patriots. Want to beat the Patriots? Here's how. Advice from your number one fans, the Bulls' first grade. That's the one thing I will say about this week. It's kind of thrown me off. I find it hard to believe how so many people have an opinion on how to beat the New England Patriots and no one's really have done that.
Love Doug Marrone. Now, some of the kids' advice: don't fumble, sack Tom Brady. Don't be nervous, look at your opponent in the eye. Okay. And this is perhaps my favorite.
What is that?
Eat lots of chicken.
Ooh.
That's the key.
Chicken.
Poultry, Yeah,
okay.
That's how you fool your enemy right there. Just poultry.
Let me just say, Doug Marrone is my favorite coach left in the
He's
awesome. The four. He's so fun at the podium. He doesn't have to be that way at all. In what world does he have to show that or share that with anybody? And it's such an amazing story. Not many coaches would do that, especially given the stakes right now. So I really appreciate that. And
he is a great Jaguars
Back from bologna sandwiches to teal beer. Those Jaguars. Right. Great stuff. We'll talk to you in a little bit. 2 days away from Championship Sunday, as Philadelphia will host Minnesota for a trip to Super Bowl 52. And we here at NFL Network have all the best reporters on the ground bringing you the latest on that matchup. So let's kick it off with our very own. What up, Stacey Dales? She's with the Vikings.
Good morning, Kay. What high praise for the offensive coordinator with these Vikings, Pat Shurmur. Per the Pro Football Writers Association, they named him the Assistant Coach of the Year in the NFL. Of course, Mike Zimmer also had high praise. flat out saying he deserves it. We also talked with Case Keenum in the locker room on Thursday, and he said essentially not only has Coach Shurmur put a lot of protection around the quarterback position, but he's also put this offense in situations to be successful. He is not just coaching regarding the scheme, he's coaching the personnel that he has. Case Keenum, by the way, this year, 23 touchdowns and 8 picks. For more on the Eagles now, who will see these Vikings Sunday, James Palmer. James?
Thanks, Stacey. What the Eagles can do prior to the snap as an offensive line could be very beneficial to quarterback Nick Foles going against this Vikings defense that's number 1 in the NFL and does a brilliant job of disguising and waiting to show what they're going to do defensively. They're a talented group. Right tackle Lane Johnson, considered by most the best right tackle in football. Brandon Brooks at guard is a Pro Bowler. But Jason Kelce, the all-pro center, many consider him another quarterback on the field, considering he has the ability to recognize defenses and make calls. But also, their other guard, Stefan Wisniewski, is a former center, and Lane Johnson told me he has the ability and has done it this season to call out what he sees in terms of defensive fronts movements prior to the snap. All of that coming together, Kay, could be very beneficial to Nick Foles going against this talented Vikings team.
James, don't you know you can't say Nick Foles without saying RPO in the same sentence? Come on, James. Great stuff from him and Stacey Dales. We'll talk about the AFC side of things as well. And tomorrow, you can check out former Ohio State quarterback J.T. Barrett and some of the nation's top college prospects at the 93rd edition of the East-West Shrine Game. That is tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern and only right here.